Yes, millions of people are angry. The Republicans are on trial. They are losing their majority. I don't know if you have seen this. Recently, George Santos has been expelled in Congress.
New York Congressman George Santos. It comes following the release of a scathing ethics report that includes campaign finance abuse. Congressman George Santos joins us with an exclusive interview ahead of the critical vote. We'll decide if you're going to be packing up your office today. Congressman, how do you think this vote's going to go? If 290 vote for you to be expelled, you're gone.
Well, Brian, look, this is the prerogative of the members of this House, right? If they choose to do so, I haven't whipped it. I haven't campaigned. I want people to vote their conscience, and I don't want to make anybody feel uncomfortable. So if it's their choice to change precedent and loop me in with 3 Confederate turncoats who were expelled for treason and 2 convicted members who were convicted in a court of law, so I'll be the first person to get expelled from Congress without a conviction or without committing treason. And it sets dangerous new precedent for the future to come. It's the demise of this body eventually.
So, I mean, the things that they're saying you did, you deceived donors, providing what they thought were going to be contributions to your campaign, but were in fact payments for your personal use. You reported fictitious loans to political committees to induce donors to give you more money. Used connections to high-value donors and other political campaigns to obtain additional funds for yourself through fraudulent means. Use campaign funds for your own benefit. Did you know at the time how wrong this is?
Yes, I didn't want to do this video. Republicans are on track to lose their House majority in 2024. Republicans just gave the Democrat another seat in Congress today by voting to expel George Santos. Gov is doing all they can ahead of the 2024 presidential elections to weaken the Gov majority in an effort to make sure Donald Trump doesn't have a strong Gov House. That is according to this tweet. They are all morons. When you take a look at some of these tweets, you will see clearly how people are expressing dissatisfactions with the Republican Party.
What would it mean to you to be the 6th? How do you process that?
I mean, it hasn't sunk in 100%, but it's really a tough thing to digest. I mean, especially when I've come here, all of the work I've done in this body has been above board. Nobody can actually question my ethics and my conduct in Congress, unlike some of my colleagues who are on drunken tirades going after their former staff. But I'm the one being pinned for all of this nonsense, and here I am, like, about to join a long history of due process of people who committed atrocities. Meanwhile, I have been only accused. This is, I have a scheduled court appearance for September 9th next year to start a trial. That's what's on the books right now. But these guys want an expedient, conclusive decision now. They don't care what the facts are, so much so that they put in the report that I was exonerated from sex. But then Michael Guest, as an author, put it in his expulsion resolution. It's contradictory to his own committee's work. His committee didn't suggest expulsion, but here he is, writing this on with the Long Island Republicans in New York. And look, that's just hypocrisy at its finest.
So yes,
Republicans won't impeach Mayorkas, won't defund any part of Biden regime, won't fund Trump war, won't investigate voter fraud, won't investigate FBI, won't defend January 6th political prisoner, vote to expel a Republican fabulist because media tells them to do that. Coward. This should clearly tell you how the people are feeling. I understand George Santos did a lot. That consideration should be taken to. He has not been convicted for this crime. I believe after that they could take up that decision to expel him. What I see now, New York governor is very happy, saying she has to put this in place to replace this position. The House majority now is going down gradually. It is to clearly tell you how the Republican Party are divided. When I look at the names of people who voted today against to expel this man, about 100%.
Assume control of his office, will make decisions on behalf of his office. George Santos, for his part, said that he will go home and he will pack up his office and head back to New York tomorrow, and that he will go sort of quietly into the night. And then at some point, the governor of New York is going to have to call a special election in the next 10 days. That would set up a special election sometime in the next 70 to 80 days from now. It's going to be a tough race because this is a Biden seat. It's a blue district. This is something that Democrats have a very strong chance at flipping. And in the short term, you know, it's going to narrow their already.
Melanie, hang on for a second. We want to get to Manu Raju, who's got someone with him. Manu.
George Santos there. George Santos coming down the stairs there of the Capitol. Now you hear Manu trying to get to him, and as soon as he gets to him, it looks like he isn't saying anything to anyone. He has been talking a heck of a lot before this vote, but now you see this vote, 310. The threshold was 290 to kick him out. We are waiting to see if he says anything there. Let's listen in. Nope. Jumped in the car, closed the door, windows rolled up.
Any comment? Mr. Santos, any comment?
Wait, let's go to the House floor, guys. He just gavelled. The speaker's...
Yes, there is high chance Democrats are going to flip this. When you take a look at this, Benny Johnson is so pissed off. Great jobs, Republicans. He replied to Governor Katie, I am prepared to undertake the sole responsibility of filling the vacancy in New York 3rd District. The people of Long Island deserve nothing less. The campaign has already started, so you can see exactly where the Republican Party has pushed this to. They are going to lose. Yes. And they will continue if they proceed with this. A lot of things are happening. Voters are not okay with the Republican Party. A lot of things they have done within the short while. Just go back into the days. They were voting more than 5 times to choose the House Speaker. So a lot of these things, you know, they are making people to be discouraged. It is concerning.
So, right as we were going on the air, the House of Representatives voted on whether or not to expel Congressman George Santos. He's out. Listen, comedians everywhere are in mourning today. 311 members voted to expel him, including 105 Republicans. Of course, the leadership voted against expelling Santos. That includes the fabulous Speaker Mike Johnson, Steve Scalise, who was shot and then voted for more guns, and Elise Stefanik. Who was she again?
She's from Long
House
Island.
Republican.
All right. So he's now the 6th House member in U.S. history to be voted out of office. They want to keep him there for the vote. Right, Alyssa?
Yes, and this will likely lose Republicans a seat. This is a Dem +2 district that he represents, though there's a number of Republicans running to replace him as well as Democrats. This is a big deal. I think it's significant because the previous members who had been expelled, it was people who participated in the Civil War. But this man defrauded the voters. He committed crimes. He lied about it. And I believe he was a danger. Like, he's so silly that it's actually, like, he's excellent for TV.
When I look at the names of people who voted today against to expel this man, about 100%. It means they cannot even really stand some kind of pressure. The media has been standing up to expel this man. I understand, we all know what he did. But sometimes they could allow this man to be convicted, you know, before taking on such decisions. Bauman should be expelled in Congress. We all saw what happened. The Republicans won't do anything about that. It is crazy. When I see this happening, sometimes it is like people are just... Republicans haven't fixed the border or impeached a single corrupt Biden officials and haven't defunded Jack Smith or the every weaponizations of government, but they have shoved 100 billion to Ukraine and expelled George Santos. It feels like they want to get crushed in 2024.